Alright guys, now we're at the stage of improving scapular mobility, which is a combination of three different components. So what we call a shoulder girdle. So we have your clavicle, your shoulder joint, and your shoulder blade, also known as your scapula. So to receive a load overhead, we need to be able to have good mobility through all those three segments, all those three joints, to prevent injury and improve our performance. Alright guys, next we're going to work on self-myofascial release techniques to mobilize the shoulder girdle, starting with the lats as well as your teres group. Now your teres group is responsible for the external and internal rotation of your glenohumeral joint. That's your shoulder joint. So using the wave blade allows us to get deep into the attachment points of the teres group close to the scapula. So the technique we use, we're going to start off with the lats. So it's nice and low, we're looking for the big fleshy part, and we're just opening up the chest a bit, rolling back and forth, working our way towards the armpit or towards the shoulder joint. Arms passive in this case. And then I'm going to get as close as I can to the teres group. And once I get there, I'm going to create some movement. So this is also known as your pin and stretch, or an active release therapy technique used by manual therapists. So in this position, I'm lifting from the shoulder joint. So you're going to make sure you're not just moving your elbow joint up and down. I can do rotations, and I can do a little more functional rotations specific to overhead lifting. Alright guys, so next we're going to work on a gentle pec minor release. So the pec minor connects the shoulder joint to the chest, so your ribs, and we're going to use one of the wave blade trigger caps. So you hold the cap, gently locate the position halfway between your shoulder and your chest, and you should feel a bit of a lump there. And we're going to work through different movements. So the first movement is an opening movement, and this allows you to stretch the muscle while you're holding pressure. You can also do a bit of cross friction, so you're just rubbing up and down, and you can also tuck the arm in behind to get more of a deeper stretch. Secondly, we're going to move into a subscap release. So a subscapularis is a muscle that lives behind your shoulder blade and is usually what causes the weakness of which causes a lot of winging in the scapula. And once it's loosened and it's strengthened, it can really help keep your scapula gliding evenly along your rib cage. So this is the technique. You're going to grab a stick or a dowel, place your hands on it. You're going to externally rotate arms, so you're rotating on inwards until you feel the muscles in the back of your shoulder blade engage. From that position, you're going to bend your knees, and with the opposite hand, you're going to push out, holding the stick very lightly and looking for a stretch in the back of your shoulder blade. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to press out and then relax, press out and relax. So if you're feeling it in the forearm or the elbow, just work on your angles a little more, work on releasing your grip, as well as externally rotating from the shoulder joint. Alright, here's another option for a pec release. You can, if you need a little more pressure in releasing the pec muscle, you set your lacrosse ball or your wave blade cap on the ground. You set yourself up over. I like to bring my knee up for more stability. Find the spot so in between your shoulder and your chest, and you can work through actively moving the shoulder joint around, or you can just hold passively waiting for release. Alright, so next we're going to look at the neck and the muscles around the neck. In particular, we're looking at the upper traps and the rectus spinae group, as well as the base of the skull where we have the occipitalis muscles. So the great thing about the wave blade is it allows you to rest your head and neck over the blades and allows you to create pin and stretch movements as well as active release techniques around the neck muscles. So you set yourself up, place the wave blade down, starting closer to the shoulder. And you're doing a couple of movements here. So the ranges are bringing the chin down, and you'll notice as the chin comes down, the wave blade rolls out. And I'm doing 5 of those. And then I'm going the other way. And again, you'll notice that as it look up, the wave blade rolls down, stretching the muscles in the back of the neck. And then I'm gently going to the side. And as I do that, it's frictioning all my neck muscles, giving them a gentle massage, preparing them for movement.